So I just checked and my last update was nearly a month ago. And I haven't felt like doing any videos at all. Um, and the last 4 weeks has been big integration of everything that had happened since January, really. So it's been mostly very subdued, very quiet, very internal, very reflective. I had the intention when we came back from our trip that I was going to do 30 days of juicing just to clean out, everything that I'd eaten while we were away. And I started to realize that I was falling back into that pattern of all or nothing, going from one extreme to the other. And I caught that pattern and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do just juicing. Let's see how I can integrate healthy choices daily. So that's where I've been. I've still been juicing except the last 2 days. I haven't juiced the last 2 days because I wanted to start eating fruit for breakfast, actually eating it. I had the intention of kind of doing, Monday to Friday, being really healthy and then doing whatever I wanted on the weekends. And I did try that. And what happened was there was one Saturday morning, I was like, I'm going to have a coffee. I drank coffee while we were away. And I remember the first day I drank coffee it was when we arrived, we were in Rome. And, obviously jet lagged, had a coffee. And I remember I was vibrating. My energy was vibrating until about 2:00. So most of the day. But then very quickly my body adjusted and I was able to drink coffee every day without that shaking and almost like that anxiety feeling. So I thought, I'll just have coffee on a weekend. So I had a coffee and my whole body was shaking. My whole body was shaking probably again until about 2:00. And I felt awful. My heart was racing. My body was twitching. Internally, it felt like a whirlwind. And I haven't had a coffee since then because it was such an awful feeling. And then even yesterday we went out for dinner and I had my first soft drink since my cleanse. Now, I'm not big on soft drink anyway, but we'd gone for Indian, and with the spice, I just felt like something fizzy. And so I had a can of Coke and it was great. Like I loved it, not going to lie. And then last night, when I was in bed, I noticed I felt really anxious. And I don't suffer from anxiety. And I just felt really anxious. And then when I woke up this morning, I felt uneasy. I felt really tired, and still felt this sense of anxiety, this unsettling in my system. And I was like, where is that from? Like, what is going on here? And the first thing that came to me was the sugar in the Coke, like how messed up it is. It's like doing Coke, right? Literally. So that's what I'm noticing is, even though I've given myself permission to do whatever I want to do, when I'm having these things, my body is not happy. It doesn't feel good. And it made me think today, like, how many people suffering with anxiety drink coffee and have soft drink, have sugar? Like, those two things alone, like, what? Really? Could that be one of the major causes of anxiety? Like, it was crazy. And what else I've noticed is when I have been eating other foods, like I went to my mother-in-law's the other week, and we have pasta every Wednesday, and sometimes she'll make other food as well, like vegetables and spinach patties. And normally when we go down there, I would have 2 bowls of pasta, and I would be full. It's good pasta, really good pasta. But this time when we went down, she'd made gnocchi this time. And I had half a plate of gnocchi. I got some vegetables and some spinach patties. And that's what I had. And I was like, that's really interesting, because normally I would just go for the carbs, and a lot of them. So that's what I've noticed. I'm making better choices. I'm eating less of the other foods. I'm eating more for the experience of it. I know there's no nourishment in those foods. Anything cooked, anything packet processed, all of it, there's no nourishment whatsoever. So I'm getting my nourishment from my fruit, my salad, my veg. And then, when we're out and being social, I'll have a little bit of other stuff, but just for taste and experience. And I actually feel, probably for the first time in my life, I feel balanced. Not in the extreme. And I'm really comfortable in the extreme. I enjoy the extreme. And so this is a weird place for me to be. But it actually feels like everything is settling. So that is my update for now. I'm not feeling at the moment like making a lot of video updates. I'm just really focused on this integration and what's coming next. So if there is anything that comes up, I will share it. But otherwise, I will see you soon.